Check 1 2 4420 4421.
Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461 or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
Well, good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports. Kicking off the 2021 fall football campaign from Pleasant Plains, Illinois, as the Pleasant Plains Cardinals play host to the Pittsfield Sockies. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull. Justin Noble alongside Tim Hull manning the camera here on Central Illinois Sports tonight, and it's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show to kick off high school football week one. A hot night, about 92 degrees here. A stiff wind out of the southeast, blowing at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll see how that plays into things when the kicking game is concerned. And hopefully as the sun goes down, the temperature will as well. And everybody can stay healthy and safe here in week one of the high school season. The Sockies welcoming in a new coach in Zach Ferguson back at his alma mater to lead this program back to prominence in a tough Sangamo conference. The Pleasant Plains squad always full of athletes. They're a little bit young this year, but very athletic and always a dangerous team here in the Sangamo. We'll talk more about the matchup. We'll take a look at what's happening around the Sangamo conference and around the area. And we'll also have a visit with Socky head coach Zach Ferguson. It's all coming up on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports.
Extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house. Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
When you're ready to make your dream kitchen and bathroom a reality, find inspiration at Pike County Lumber in Pittsfield. It starts with a 3D design so you can see every angle and every custom detail. Traditional style or the newest trends. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle. Your custom kitchen and bathroom will have the features that you need. A large versatile island for work or entertaining. Quartz countertops. Quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Pike Feeds is a locally owned and operated feed mill in Pittsfield. We know and understand the passion you have for your livestock. That's why for the past 30 years, we've served our customers with quality products such as premixes, supplements, and complete feeds for multiple livestock species. Pike Feeds in-house nutritionists will create a nutritional program to ensure maximum performance of your operation. Stop by 1250 West Washington Street, Pittsfield, or call 217-285-5656.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, and Liberty, here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Their friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or just making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Sockies are ushering in a new era. Zach Ferguson, the head coach, a graduate himself of Pittsfield High School, was the head coach in Staunton, as well as an assistant for several years, and has made his way back home. And Justin Noble alongside here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. And Justin, I know you're a longtime friend of the Ferguson family. It has to be special seeing Zach back out there on the sideline leading the Socky program.
Yep, sure is. Saw his mom and dad come in earlier, had a good conversation with them. Pretty optimistic about tonight.
The Sockies are optimistic. They're front line of players and a lot of guys playing both ways. They're very high on them, not extremely deep when it comes to the Socky program this year. 54 young people out for football, 28 of those being freshmen. So you start taking a look at who's coming in if somebody would go down injured or hot or cramping, and it's going to be some youngsters, but they like their front starters and looking forward to a nice upward trend of this Socky football program. This Pleasant Plains squad lost their starting running back last year, Mr. Carter, who really carried the squad, but they're excited about this sophomore class. You'll see a slew of sophomores and juniors mixed in, not a ton of seniors, but a slew of sophomores and juniors, and they're very high on them here at Pleasant Plains. Let's pause for a timeout on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll have our visit with Socky head coach Zach Ferguson here. Game one of the 2021 fall season on Central Illinois Sports.
Point Central Sports are proud to have Due Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Due Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Due Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up. If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help you build a strategy to help your finances keep up with your needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois for a face-to-fact appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with Saki head coach Zach Ferguson. And Coach, first of all, let's talk about that a little bit. How's that feel to be back in a program you played in, you have a lot of pride in? How's it feel to be at the helm?
I'm very excited about it. This was an opportunity that, I couldn't pass up when I got a chance to come back and take over for Coach Petty and Coach Simonson before him. So, this Pittsfield always has a special place in your heart when you leave. Even when you leave, you always know that Pittsfield's home. So it's exciting to be back.
It's a program that honestly hasn't had a winning record since 2009, and I don't think you're thinking, hey, we're going to change everything and be state champions day one. But I know you have lofty goals for this program.
Right. Yeah, the kids have the goals, and I also have goals of, being competitive in every game we play and trying to make the playoffs. 5 wins is not out of reach for this team, but as I told the kids, it's going to take a day at a time and a game at a time to get where we need to be.
A lot of things and a tone can be set by the first game of the season, and you end up playing the exact team you finished the season with last year, which is unique, and also playing them at their place 2 years in a row. But your kids should have a pretty good familiarity with what Pleasant Plains is going to throw at them.
Right, and with the kid they had last year, running back being a lot of their offense, I think they're going to be a little more spread this year, which is something we've practiced against, all summer and all fall so far. So I think our kids are comfortable playing there. They lost by, I think, 2 scores last year, so I think, they're excited to go, they're excited to play, and, mental mistakes are going to be probably an issue on both sides just because first game jitters, trying to get that stuff out of the way, but I feel pretty comfortable going there tonight.
Taking a look at some of your personnel, let's start at the quarterback spot. Weston McAllister, just to be brutally honest, was probably the starting quarterback last year, sometimes by necessity, but I think he proved he very much belonged in that starting role.
Yeah, Weston has done, as I told the kids, coming in here, every position was open. Weston came in, he's a scrappy kid. He likes to compete. He is I call him a hard-nosed player. He gets upset when he makes a mistake. He may not be the most fundamentally sound QB as far as throwing the ball, but he knows what we need to do, and he knows what we're doing on offense, and he's gained my trust this fall.
It helps as well that he has some pretty good skill receivers. You take a look at a Bobby Stout, who's got good size, good speed, good leaping ability. J.J. Petty kind of burst onto the scene last year. Farrago's a guy that can make some things happen in space. You got to be happy with the athletes you have when you get them out there.
Yeah, we've been very pleased with our wide receiver group as a core. We got, as I've told people, we have about 8 kids who I feel very comfortable putting in the game at any time, and especially with those guys playing both ways. And a night like tonight where it's going to be hot, it's going to be nice to actually not have too much of a drop off from your first group to your second group. And I look forward to seeing what Bobby and Mason and Ethan Palmer and JJ do as a starting core.
3 returning starters on the offensive line, Gunder, Hittner, and Corgett. Those kids have really put in some work in the offseason, both last year and this year, to make themselves a lot stronger, and it's really paid off.
Yeah, as I said, those kids, last year during COVID when they got kind of shut down where they couldn't work out, they went and worked out on their own. They were at every off-season lifting we had. We're relying on those guys to be, leaders for our offensive line. And as I said, most of them are at least 2-year starters, if not 3. So they have plenty of varsity experience. And we got a couple Mason Davis taking a guard spot and Tracer Mallon taking the center spot, they're going to have to kind of help them along, especially in the first game, because sometimes the mental part kind of goes away because they're nervous and they're experiencing a varsity game for the first time, and we're kind of relying on those guys to be a calming force and get the job done up front.
And I think if you take a look at this stretch where wins have been harder to come by, that's really kind of been a place where improvement was really needed for this program, was on that offensive and defensive front.
Right.
And you've got to like what you have coming this year and then coming up through the program.
Right, yeah. I mean, this year we're a little thinner than I'd like, but we also, the kids that we have are very solid. And then moving forward, we got 28 freshmen coming out. About 15 of those are linemen, or some type of lineman, whether offensive or defensive, and they're big kids. So there's quite a bit of potential coming up that, they obviously need to physically develop a little more. We have a couple freshmen that'll be dressing on the varsity, may get a little playing time because they're just physically able to at this point. But I think as a core moving forward, we're going to have a pretty good offensive and defensive line.
Then in the backfield, you have a couple of guys that didn't see a ton of carries last year, some spot carries at times, and it'll be a lot different carrying the ball in varsity.
Right. Yeah, Lane Elliott and McKee, those are our two focus backs this week until we get Nate Anderson back, and we'll have kind of a three-way rotation with all our guys. Most of our skill guys playing both ways. We're going to be rotating our backs quite a bit, so to keep them fresh for the defensive side of the ball. But Lane has looked really good in fall camp and in the summer. He's picked up stuff well. He's a hard runner. I mean, he's not going to blow anybody away with his speed or his agility, but he's going to get the yards that he can get, and he's a physical kid. So we're kind of hoping to use him as kind of a wear out kind of back, and then using McKee as he's more of a speed threat, quicker type kid to kind of give us some big plays off of his runs.
You're going to see a lot of the same kids in the core on the defensive side. I think that was probably the biggest improvement from the year before to last year, was just the fewer number of points given up in a game.
Right. Yeah, and that's been our emphasis this year has been no big plays, making teams earn their scores, 10, 12 play drives, because in high school football, I mean, teams who earn it with 10 or 12 play drives, you're not going to stop them anyways. But we've focused on really eliminating the big plays and making teams have to really drive the ball down the field on us. And I think our defense is also pretty experienced with the kids we have. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do tonight. I thought last Friday in our scrimmage they looked really good. Not necessarily from a tackling or anything standpoint, but just flying to the ball and being assignment sound.
And then a part of the game that seems like, especially at the high school level, kind of gets lost a lot of the times is the special teams. And it was a huge improvement last year, not only with Petty as the kicker, but the return guys last year did such a better job just putting you in a good field position.
Right, and we've focused on that. We've done tried to do a special team a day through all fall camp. JJ having the leg he does, he was hitting 45 yarders yesterday. And I think he's got more in the tank if we need him, if we ever need a end of the half or end of the game situation. But, in high school, if you're able to get inside the 30 and be able to kick for points instead of having to go for it, on a 4th and 8, that's huge, because those 3 points that's not something that happens a lot in high school football. And I think our speed on our return guys is going to help us this year because, as you said, get our offense in good position to, start the drive.
Last thing in this conference, it's a grind. Even the teams that have been, kind of at the lower end, you're still going to see athletes that can get out in space and hurt you. You're kind of wanting to change that tone, so when people see Pittsfield on the schedule, they're taking a little more of a look at it rather than saying, well, that'll be an easy one for us.
Right, and I think people have kind of taken a look after the last spring season. They kind of realized, hey, mate, no, this isn't the Pittsfield that we've been used to playing. Even the media themselves has, kind of given a little more respect to Pittsfield as far as, coming and talking to them and just understanding, this group of kids that are here are almost the same group that was here last year. And I think our kids have something to prove, and they got a chip on their shoulder. So, I tell our guys not to look past anybody, and I kind of hope no one's looking past us, in the Sangamo, even though based on our previous records, some teams could, but I don't think that'll be the case this year.
Coach, we appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Sock head coach Zach Ferguson back after this on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
This is Cammie and Joe. They are the sales force for Cascom Business and Residential Services. You may see them in your community, offering deals and services from Cascom. At Cascom, we understand your concerns about potential scams. Our courteous and professional sales team will always present identification when visiting with you. If for any reason you have questions or concerns, please contact us at 1-800-252-1799.
Thanks, and we'll be seeing you.
Hi, I'm Tammy Brewer. My husband and I are the owner and operators of Nucci's Bar and Restaurant. At Nucci's, we feature salmon, steaks, burgers, sandwiches, all Italian specialties made from our own recipes. You are guaranteed a high-quality, delicious meal every time you visit. People come from all over to dine in. We have live music on the weekends, which adds to the relaxing environment here. You can check out our Facebook page for our entertainment schedule. We recently opened a second business, Brewed Coffee House and Eatery. There we offer handcrafted beverages like lattes and macchiatos and cappuccinos. And we also specialize in paninis and salads and subs. And we even have ice cream. We're excited to provide another restaurant that serves the needs of our community. Come on down. We look forward to serving you.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Thanks to Saki coach Zach Ferguson for the visit in preparation of tonight's contest between the Sakis and the Pleasant Plains Cardinals. The Sakis finished last season 2-3 in the COVID-shortened season, and Pleasant Plains finished at 3-3. Actually, Plains was the final opponent of the season for the Sakis last year and ended up winning by 2 scores in that contest, with a score late to put the game away for good earlier in the spring. So a quick turnaround of football back to the regular fall schedule, and glad to be here. Elsewhere in the Sangamo Conference tonight, Athens is at New Berlin. Auburn travels to Maroa Forsyth for their season opener. Peters Reporte is not playing this week. They have some issues with some quarantine, so they weren't going to have enough players to play against against Williamsville. So Williamsville is actually playing a team out of Wisconsin. They're going to travel to LaSalle, Peru tomorrow and play that contest on the LP field. So Williamsville not afraid to go anywhere they can to get a game. They've won 20 games in a row after they were 6-0 on the season in the COVID-shortened season, and then were the state champions the year before in Class 3A. And then Riverton is on the road tonight. They are at North Mac this evening in the Sangamo Conference. Interestingly enough, when you came into the Sangamo as Pittsfield, you were about middle of the road when it came down to enrollment. Now the only school smaller than the Sakis is Athens at 316 students compared to Pittsfield's 317 and a half. I'm not sure where that half kid is, but he's hopping around somewhere around the school. But so Sakis enrollment going down, everybody around Springfield going up. It's been a difficult row to hoe for Pittsfield in the Sangamo Conference, but looking to get some footing here in game number 1 against this Pleasant Plains squad. We'll talk more about it on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll take a look at the starters for both teams on the offensive side and some keys to the game. It's all coming up next on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Williams Auto Sales, 439 North 3rd in Quincy is your headquarters for quality used vehicles. Shop their 439 North 3rd location Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 2. Check out their inventory of WilliamsAutoSalesQuincy.com or call Tony the Truck Guy at 217-223-3325. Williams Auto Sales, 439 North 3rd in Quincy, wishing the Panthers the best of luck this year. Give them a call at 217-223-3325. Williams Auto Sales. Brian Dickhout Trucking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickhout Trucking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickhout Trucking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickhout Trucking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Adney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Griffin's Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy. Griffin's Signs in Time is a full-service sign company that can complete any project from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the right direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition to potential customers. Put the right sign in your customer's mind with Griffin's Signs in Time. Quincy, call 217-228-7470. Western Illinois FCA presents Tasha Layton in concert at the First Christian Church in South Jacksonville on October 1st at 7 p.m. Entry fee is free. There'll be a free will offering for Western Illinois FCA. Come out and hear and enjoy Tasha Layton, October 1st in South Jacksonville at the First Christian Church at 7 p.m.
Nice job by the Pleasant Plains Marching Band with tonight's national anthem in preparation of this Week 1 matchup between the Cardinals and the Sockies. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Trash Queen, serving Pike Adams, Scott Morgan, and the surrounding area with residential, commercial, and roll-off services. They offer 10-yard, 15-yard, and 20-yard roll-off containers. Call Trash Queen 217-320-4320. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both of these squads. First of all, for the visiting team, and Zach Ferguson's Pittsfield Sockies. They'll start at the right tackle. He's a 5'10", 230-pound senior, Caden Hittner. At the right guard is the 5'10", 175-pound senior, Mason Davis. The center is the sophomore, Tracer Mowen, 6 foot, 230 pounds. Cade Corgett will start at left guard. He's 5'7", 200 pounds and a senior. And at the left tackle will be Nathan Gunder, the 6 foot, 260-pound senior. At the 4 wideout positions this evening for the Sockies, Ethan Palmer, the 5'11", 180-pound senior. Bobby Stout, the 6'2", 190-pound senior. Mason Farrago, he's 5'5", 150 pounds and a senior. And J.J. Petty, the 5'10", 150-pound senior. In the backfield, Lane Elliott, he's a 5'10", 185-pound junior at the running back. And the quarterback in his second season at the Sockies quarterback spot is Weston McAllister, the 6'2", 160-pound junior. The Pleasant Plains starting lineup brought to you by Line Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Learn more about their services by visiting IlliniHospital.org. At the left tackle spot for Pleasant Plains is a 6 foot, 225-pound junior. That's John Tuxhorn. Bryson Shriak will start at the left guard. He's a 6 foot, 175-pound senior. Reese Payne is the center. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds and a junior. Ian McAfee is the right guard. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. And Landon Finley will start at the right tackle. He's a 6'1", 215-pound senior. At the wideout positions, Michael Carter. He's a 5'8", 150-pound sophomore. At the second wideout spot is the 6 foot, 160-pound senior, Hayden Baystorfer. At another wideout spot is Nathan Kane. He's 5'11", 150 pounds and a senior. And Tyler Kahn will start at a wide receiver spot. He's 5'11", 170 pounds and a junior for Pleasant Plains. Jaden Wiesenmeyer will start in the backfield. He's a 5'11", 165-pound junior at the running back spot. And the quarterback is the sophomore, Danny Skelton. He's 5'9", 165 pounds. And they are very excited to see that young man back at the quarterback spot after getting injured to end his year last year as a freshman was starting at Varsity. So they have big plans for Mr. Skelton and company here at Pleasant Plains. Those are the starting lineups on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We're under 5 minutes to the opening kickoff of this contest between the Pittsfield Sockies and the Pleasant Plains Cardinals. Glad you're with us tonight on Central Illinois Sports. Back after this.
It's time to say Pepsi, please, at your local county market. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market, your best value for delicious drinks to get ready for every game. Stop by your local county market to pick up your favorite Pepsi products today. Stock up for your next family get-together. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market for the best price around on all your Pepsi products. You love them and they've got them at County Market. Stop by today and say Pepsi, please, at your local county market.
Just because your kids are back to school doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your fitness routine. Illini Fitness is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you're a busy parent, college student, night owl, or early riser, our hours now fit your schedule. Call to find out about our affordable memberships at 285-5635 or learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org/fitness. Illini Fitness, located at 128 West Washington Street in Pittsfield.
Where do you go before the game, during the game, or after the game? It's Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point. They invite you to stop by after the game tonight. They'll have a limited menu of food for 30 minutes after the game. Join them on Mondays 4 to 11, kitchen open till 9. Closed Tuesdays. Wednesdays they feature smoked meat. Try the wings, the best around. For a cold drink and great food, it's Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point on the south side of the track. Stop by before the game, during the game, or after the game at Jersey's in Camp Point.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. With our many locally owned businesses, great variety of restaurants, historic sites, and recreational opportunities, there's truly something for everyone. While visiting, make sure to check out Lake Pittsfield for great fishing, boating, and camping opportunities, and check out the Disc Golf Course. Mayor Gary Mendenhall and the citizens of Pittsfield are excited to see you on your next visit to Pittsfield, Illinois.
Back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, in the market for a new home. Talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank. With locations in Barry, Pittsfield, and Liberty, they serve the entire region and beyond. Check out their online loan application at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Beautiful night, a little warm, about 90 degrees at game time with a real field temperature of about 98 degrees. It's hot, it's humid, it's August football. And we're glad you're joining us on Central Illinois Sports. The Sockies with the road white uniforms with the red numbers and black trim. Pleasant Plains will be in the home blues with the red numbers and white trim here this evening. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Bowler's Universe, open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays 4 to midnight. They offer many menu items, burgers and fries, specialty pizzas. Try one of the many craft beers as well. Bowling leagues starting soon at Bowler's Universe in Pittsfield. Make sure to get signed up. Donna Gleckler was just telling me they need some more women's teams, so ladies, get out there and show your stuff on the bowling lanes on the women's league. They also need some mixed league teams as well, so give them a call, 285-6913 for Bowler's Universe. They're getting ready to bring out the Pleasant Plains Cardinals for the first time this season, and a nice crowd on hand. Everybody, of course, socially distanced here at Pleasant Plains. A little breeze out of the southeast. And a loud PA guy always to go along with it. The Cardinals take the field. They're a squad the Sockies have had some trouble beating, even though talent-wise probably have matched up with them as well as anybody in the Sangamo Conference the last couple of years, but have been unable to pick up that victory. They look to change that here tonight against this Cardinal squad, and they'll start tonight with the football of the Sockies as Pleasant Plains won the coin flip and deferred to the second half. The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you for the Pike County Express. Glad you're with us on Central Illinois Sports. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give us a follow on Twitter, a like on Facebook. And if we ever figure out what Instagram is, we may even have one of those. Man, oh man, is it good to have football back in the fall in the great state of Illinois. After the shortened COVID season, it's nice to see guys fighting for postseason action. And that's what's on the line every week in those 9 short weeks. Get you to 5 wins in this conference. That will usually get you in with the teams at the top of this Sangamo. And that's what everybody's looking for, is those first 5 to get you into the playoffs. And then what you can get after that, see what you can do like Williamsville has done. They won the state finals. This Pleasant Plains squad finished second not too many years ago. I believe that was 2017. There's a lot of talent in this Sangamon Conference. Moreau is a perennial power in that 1A, 2A bubble.
Here come your Cardinals for the first
Cardinals will kick off to start the season.
Back to return for the Sockies.
Kicking off will be Danny Carney. He's a 6'2", 160-pound junior. We saw Carney kick it off quite a bit for the Cardinals last year.
Number 12, Mr. Carney.
Marco Ballinger is back deep for the Sockies. Bobby Stout back there as well, along with Farrago. Sockies' return game was much improved last season, and that really helped them get good field position throughout the year, which is very, very key. Refereeing crew out of the Springfield Riverton area, the Couple brothers and company here tonight. And it's a good, experienced crew. And they're just about ready to go. I got to get the ball boys in place to be ready to roll here in this high school game. A nice crowd on hand for week number 1. And if you couldn't make it tonight, well, we're certainly glad you've joined us here on Central Illinois Sports on YouTube.
Come on, fans, make some noise for the first kickoff. Let's go!
Carney has his hand in the air. He's ready to roll. So are the Sockies, and the ball is in the air. Ballinger will retreat back to his own 2, let the ball go into the end zone. The Sockies will start first and 10 with the touchback to start this season. Good kickers on both sides. Carney on the Pleasant Plains squad. Petty for the Sockies, and with 12 minutes to play in the opening quarter, Pittsfield will take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. McAllister in the backfield. He'll send Farrago and Petty out wide left. Palmer and Stout to his right. Elliott stands next to him in the backfield. The sophomore center Tracer Mowen with the snap. It's a good one. Hand off to Elliott, right side, looking for running room. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet, fighting for yardage. Takes it out near the 25-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play by Lane Elliott. It'll bring up a second down and 5 for the Sockies from the 25. Good, strong run over the right tackle that time for Pittsfield on their first offensive play from scrimmage. Running behind Davis and Hittner on that right side.
Second down and 5.
2 receivers right, Palmer and Stout. It's Farrago and Petty is way out to the left. In the shotgun, Weston McAllister. Just underway here in the first quarter. Second and 5 from the 25. They'll fake the run. Now McAllister at the quarterback keeper along the right side. Puts his head down to finish the run. Out near the 28-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play by McAllister. And it'll bring up a third down and 2 from the 28. So third and a long 2 from the 28-yard line. Just over 11 minutes to play in the opening quarter. And the Sockies looking to convert for their first down of the season. No huddle offense. Zach Ferguson, the head coach, the play caller for the Sockies as they look to the sideline to see what the play call will be here. Still 18 seconds on the play clock. They'll put Stout in a trips package on the left side along with Farrago and Petty. Palmer is the lone receiver on the right. Line comes set with 7 seconds on the play clock. McAllister scans the defense. This junior QB takes the snap. Passes out to Farrago, sticks a foot into the ground, trying to get outside, has the first down and more, takes it up near the 35, out of bounds at the 40, and that's a Socky first down. A 12-yard pass from McAllister to Farrago, a pickup of 12 and the first down of the season, all the way out to the 40, call it 41-yard line, in fact, first and 10. So the Sockies with their first down of the year. On a nice throw and catch on a little quick hitter to Farrago, and he has the jets as he's shown throughout his couple of seasons with the Sockies. First and 10. They'll put a man in motion. That's Farrago. Hand it to him on the end around play. Big block they got from the backfield. Now a holding play, though, as Palmer looked like he got a hold of the jersey and held the man. Penalty flags all the way around. It was a good run on the play. It would have been a first down for Farrago, but it's coming back due to the hold. It's the first hold and first penalty of the season. And the penalty flags, there's laundry all over the field. 1, 2, 3 flags. No reference to more flags, more fun here if you're the Sockies. And which flag are they going to walk it off from? I believe at the 45, so they'll take it back to the 35. So it will result in a 10-yard penalty and bring up a first and 16. From their own 35-yard line for the Sockies. Their first penalty of the night. First and 10, 2 receivers wide to either side. Ballinger's checked in on the slot on the left. 9:57 and counting in the opening quarter. Sakis with a first and long here after the holding penalty. They look to the sideline. Ferguson shouting out some instructions from there. McAllister checks the wristband, calls the line set with 4, takes the snap, high snap, but they'll get the handoff to Elliott. Not much running room left side. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 16 from their own 35-yard. So not much running room on that play. 2nd and 16. Sakis might have to go to the air here. Wind blowing across the field, more in their face than behind their back at this point in time. 2 receivers wide to either side. McAllister calls for the snap. He'll pass to the left-hand side, looking for the screen for Petty, looking to turn it upfield, middle of the field. He's going to be taken down after a short gain, up near the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 on the pass to Petty, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 12 from the Sakis own 39. So 3rd and long here with 8:48 and counting in the first. It's amazing how much a holding penalty can really damage a drive. Trips right. See if they go for Stout here. He was their main receiver last season. McAllister is back to pass. Rolling out, has pressure in his face, has to get rid of it in a hurry. Ball falls harmlessly to the turf, was going for the underneath route in Farrago, and this will bring up a 4th down and 12, and the Sakis will bring the punt team on the field. So with 8:30 to play in the first, it'll be a turnover on downs here. And Callie will get you that roster on the next break. How about that? 8:30 to play. Petty will be back to punt it away. And who's that back there? Is that Tyler Kahn? 31 or 81?
Kahn, yep.
Kahn, okay. The Kahn man back there. Petty stands back at his own 26. He'll take a slow couple of steps, put an end-over-end punt down the field. It bounces at the 30 and takes a nice roll. Goes out of bounds near the 24-yard line of Pleasant Plains, and that's where the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10 with 8:22 to play in the opening quarters. You watch high school football on Central Illinois Sports.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you, and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Well, the Cardinals able to force the Sakis into a punt. They'll take over 1st and 10 after a good punt by J.J. Petty at their own 25-yard line as Danny Skelton and company come out of the spread. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. Skelton, the sophomore quarterback, stands 5 yards deep. Puts a man in motion right to the left. He will hand it off to the motion man, running around the left end. This is Wiesenmeyer. Wiesenmeyer turned back in. Now breaks the tackle, still on his feet. And they'll say a whistle, and they'll say he was down by contact. The referee says a knee was down, and Wiesenmeyer was going to the house without that whistle. So he went down and popped back up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 instead on the run by Wiesenmeyer. And this will bring up a 2nd down and 7 from the 28-yard line. The Pleasant Plains fans are incredulous, but unlike the NFL, you can't go down and come back up. 7:57 to play in the opening quarter. The clock running, 2nd and 7. Skelton's in the shotgun. Looked like they got a little early start. A pass to the right-hand side. It's in traffic and should have been picked off probably. It's an incomplete pass. It'll stop the clock with 7:47 to play here.
Brings up 3rd down.
And 3rd and 7 from their own 28-yard line. 7:47 to play in the first. Skelton's got a trip bunch to his left, 2 receivers to the right. Puts a man in motion. That looked like another slow snap. It was a direct snap, actually. They get it to Michael Carter. Michael Carter looking for running room. He's up near the 1st down. I believe he has it. Up across the 35 to the 36-yard line. That is a gain of 8 on the play on the run by Carter. Elliott in on the stop, but not before a 1st down for the Cardinals. So their first down of the evening on the 8-yard run by Carter. And it's a fresh set of downs at their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the right. A lot of no huddle here by both squads. Skelton stands deep in the backfield. Calls for the snap. Back to pass. Stands tall. Looks right. It is up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Nice job On the defensive backside for the Sockies, that's Connor Allen, the sophomore, in there with a pass breakup. Incomplete pass, it brings up a 2nd and 10. Allen, the sophomore, with a good breakup there. 2nd and 10 from the 36. Skelton quickly back to the line, puts Carter in motion, left to right, fakes the handoff, gives it, nope, keeps it himself along the right side, trying to bounce it outside, gets a good block. Now he's still on his feet down the far sideline. 40-yard line of the Sockies is where he's finally pressed out of bounds. So a pickup on the play of 24 yards by the quarterback Skelton, and a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. They're 2nd of the night, and they're in Socky territory near the 41-yard line. So that's the Sockies 41. Pushed out of bounds, stops the clock with 7:26 to play in the first. Back to the line quickly, trips left, 2 men to the right. Skelton puts a man in motion right to left. That's Wiesenmeyer, hands it off to him. A lot of pressure in the backfield, spun around, taken down for a loss. In on the stop that time for the Sockies. Looked to be Tracer Mallon in on the initial stop. A loss of 2 on the play by Wiesenmeyer. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 12 from the 43. 2nd and 12 from the 43-yard line. Just under 7 minutes to play in the first. No score in the early going of this contest. Trips right, single back in the backfield. Skelton looking to his right, has his man in Nathan Kane, but he's tripped up for a quick tackle by Weston McAllister. No gain, no loss on the play. It was a completion on the pass to Kane, but it'll bring up a 3rd and 12 from the 43-yard line.
3rd down and 12 for the Cardinals.
So a 3rd and long, but if you pick up 7 or 8 yards, very manageable here for a 4-down situation if you're Pleasant Plains, I would think. They'll now fumble the snap. Skelton picks it up, stays composed, looks deep. He had a man behind the defense as the Sockies got caught with their eyes in the backfield. And then Skelton took a big shot at the end of that play from Mason Davis. He's down, and he is slow to get up. It'll bring up a 4th down as incomplete pass stops the clock. The man behind the defense that time for Pleasant Plains was Tyler Kahn, and Kahn was gone if he was able to get that ball to him. Skelton slow to get up, and it's 4th down and a long 11, short 12 with 6:21 to play in the first. Skelton is also the punter, so you never really know here for a quick kick, but he's back to pass. Looking deep, downfield, looking for his man. It's a jump ball. He jumps up, grabs it, and a touchdown. Kahn beats them deep that time, as he and Jeremiah Jackson 1v1 down the field, and Kahn with the catch from the 43. It's a 43-yard touchdown pass to Kahn, and Pleasant Plains takes the advantage with 6:13 to play in the opening quarter. Kearney will come on for the extra point attempt now. They went for it on 4th and long, and it paid off with the gamble there. Kearney on for the extra point attempt. He is a good kicker, is young Mr. Kearney. He's a junior. Long-legged young man. He now sees the Sockies jump over the line, and that'll be half the distance to the goal. As McAllister went over the top of him. He was trying to get in there for a blocked kick. And I think Pleasant Plains will go for 2, and why not? You got a 1.5 yards to go. I'd go for 2 here. That's what they're going to do, is go for 2 and try to make it an 8-0 game. 6:13 to play in the first on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 6-0 Cardinals. And they'll bring the offense back out, trying for the 2-point try. Skelton says, what are we doing? I thought we were done with this for a moment. They'll put a couple of running backs in the backfield now, including Gannon Bartos. They'll hand the ball off to Bartos. He stood up, taken down, and the 2-point try is no good. 6:13 to play in the first. It's Pleasant Plains 6. The Sockies nothing. Back with first quarter action after this.
TJ's Truck Service is proud to serve the area with a complete truck hauling service. They offer grain, rock, fertilizer, seed, and liquid fertilizer hauling for you. TJ's Truck Service Incorporated would like to wish the Panthers a safe and successful season and recognize the senior boys and coaching staff for their leadership and hard work. TJ's Truck Service Incorporated for the long haul and the short one too, 217-617-6667. For all those hard-working diesel engines in combines, tractors, and trucks, Logan Ag recommends PowerMax Premium Diesel Fuel. Logan Ag PowerMax Diesel is packed with multifunctional additives which help clean the fuel system, extend filter life, add lubricity, and restore horsepower. You might even notice reduced fuel consumption. You get it all in Logan PowerMax Premium Diesel. Logan Ag, serving agriculture since 1962.
Well, the Cardinals' gamble pays off as they score on 4th and long. It's a 6-0 advantage for Pleasant Plains. 6:13 to play in the first on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Carney back in to kick this one off. He had a tremendous kick on his first kick of the night, and this one he puts a high kick, not extremely deep. Ballinger will have a chance to return this one. Back at his 8, across the 10, 15-yard line, 20, breaks the tackle, 25, and a flag flies in. He'll take it up near the 32-yard line, but that's in the area of holding or an illegal block, and we'll see which one it is. And
good return on the play. We'll
see what they want to do here for Pleasant Plains. You know, sometimes in this situation, even though you would take it back, it's going to be a hold. So a 10-yard penalty back to the 22. And I guess if you're Plains, that's not enough to, not good enough field position to want to re-kick here, I would say. So the Sockies will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22 with 6:05 to play in the game's opening quarter, trailing 6-0. Realmet and Twine, they're located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, outdoor wall hangings, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 285-5013 for Real Twine. 1st and 10 from their own 18. All right, they moved the flag a little bit, huh? 10-yard penalty, second of the night by the Sockies. McAllister puts Farrago in motion, fakes it to him, hands it off on the inside handoff to Yelliott. He fights for a very short yardage gain on the play, maybe a gain of 2 out to the 20. 2-yard gain. It'll bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 20. So 2nd and a long 8, short 9. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first. Yelliott, a junior, saw some carries in a limited action last season. The Sockies will also have Nate Anderson in the backfield at times this year. Didn't have enough practices under his belt due to some training he was doing with the United States Army. Trips right. McAllister takes the snap, going to keep it himself along the right-hand side, trying to get out there. Now reverses field and is taken down at the 20. Ran a long way for no gain. No gain, no loss, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 8 from the 20-yard line. So 3rd and 8 here. McAllister with the read that time, but a nice job by the defensive end to keep containment. 5 minutes and counting in the opening quarter. 6-0 Pleasant Plains with the advantage. And they want the ball right back, don't they? They'll do some flipping around on the defensive side with Pleasant Plains. Trips right. Single man to the left is Petty, I believe, way out there. Farrago, Stout, and Palmer on the near side. McAllister back to pass, looking for Petty. Ball was tipped, underthrown, incomplete, and it'll be another punting situation for the Sockies. So a short offensive series for the Sockies. 4:30. And Pleasant Plains will quickly have the ball back. Looking for another good one here. Pick it up and try to run with it, and he's going to be over 1st and 10. Both teams get some agua.
Financial investment, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, and at 217-222-71 for your support in the past 15 years. Central Panthers. Businesses, let us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser ink. Damon Plumbing has big news on all units. B&R Electrical, 52856. B&R.
After the water break, 4:30 10-yard line. So this is about as long as Barnett. Scalped by Pleasant Plains. So out of the water.
Tax planning. You can count on Illinois 33. Illinois FBFN Brad Wellman, Illinois FBF.
Residential real estate, commercial. Our team can make the auction experience on 7-430-29.
McAllister, penalty flag to the 20-yard line. That's what they'll do here. Back of the 20 now for that lead here. They're looking to get outside. He's got a good block. Turn his mask, and it could be, which is big here. So what do you want to do? Illegal block. 5. Single man to the left. He is back down near the yard line with 3:30 and counting in the first goal from the 20. Was somebody offside, or did somebody get an early stop? The 10-yard line, and some penalties adding up. And they'll move it back. Earlier, I think it was called down by contact.
Like
Skelton tried to step up. So third down with just over 2 minutes to play in the first. Turns it back up and takes a big hit, he should say. And third attempt here. And up, it looks to be good, and into play in the first on the track.
Illinois, when you're shopping for a new vehicle, stress-free throughout the car buying process. Westtown Ford Lincoln in Jackson.
It's 9-0 Pleasant Plains. That is a win, really.
Yes, sir.
Off again here. We're into a return situation, and Penn, he has a good deep kick. So from their own 20, 1-4. So, yeah. Second and 8 from the 22-yard line for 9 yards. So not any big kick. Saki's McAllister with Stout and Palmer to the looking left, throwing left, has Farrago to Farrago. And ball at the 27-yard line. For a great time, but that's a bad time for one. So this will move it back to third down.
Ball on the 22.
And about 8 yards. Signal's a lot better right here. Some type of penalties. Trying to turn it back to the middle of the field. Gets up. That's a gain on the play of 6 yards. Pleasant Plains 9.
Providing high-quality specialty care physician clinic team at the Castile by visiting IlliniHospital.org.
Can keep you guessing, especially if you're opposite 1891 Main Street.
Second quarter of play, 9-0 Pleasant Plains. And they will have Petty on to put a run. It is good if you don't. Field, he takes the snap, hands it off to the play, and it'll be a 1st and 10 from the. He gets his first carry of the season. 1st and 10 from their own out to the 40.
Second down and a long.
Trips left, the single receiver inside, finds a hole, breaks outside, has the first. The Saki's keeping it on the ground here. And have a 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right. Motion, fakes the end around play, looking Saki first down, the pass to Bobby Stout. With just over 10 minutes to play, they'll hand it off to Yelliot. They're looking to call a second down and 4-4-0-4. Makes a tackle inside the 15 to Bobby Stout. That is all. Everybody was down at the goal line except for the white hat. And he said, hey, I got an illegal man downfield. How could he tell that from the backfield? Think. And so instead, 9-0. Pleasant Plains on top of
State Farm agent is the guy. You can reach him at 217-285. Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217.
The Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving your family in your time of life, serving our community with compassion.
Called the timeout. While we have a break in the applications in Pittsfield and Jacksonville, 2-11 for the Sakis from the Cardinals. Off to his left. Takes the 3, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
He now has 6 carries for 19
territory. Man, Amanda's pick it up on the fresh set of downs deep in Cardinal territory. On the 27 and a 1st down for the 1st and 10. Ball is resting at
1st down.
Looking for a good McAllister under center. I formation about 21-yard line. That's a gain of 6. 7:30 and counting. Tackle ridden down inside at the 19. Pound action for Pittsfield. Resistance puts his foot in the ground, turns it up to from the 15-yard line now. Evening and all but one, I think, have come on this year. It's a good long drive. Needs to hand it off to the deep back. No, he's back to pass. Off the pressure, but he's taken down all the for the Saki. Ouch. See what Coach Ferguson and McAllister will hand it off the. This will bring up a 3rd down and 4. Just under 5 to play. No, does hand it off to Elliott along the right 5, it appears. That's a gain of the Elliott. Will set the Sakis up, counting in the half, and the Sakis call.
Ford Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers for your fields. It's their hands-on approach. District Sales Manager Matt Hughes at 2.
0 Pleasant Plains advantage on top of needs. Thanks to a big run by Lane Elliott. A little bit here. And it off to McKee, looking for room right side for the first time of the season. The extra point by Jackson. Farrago is the Farrago. 9-7 advantage for Pleasant.
They guide each patient to the possible, all while utilizing honest and at 217-285 Custom Builders. It's our way of life. New construction, renovation, and repair. John Petty and Sons Custom Builders together.
As Petty getting ready to put this for Pleasant Plains. They stand back inside the. Keeps it himself though. They Saki Carter taken down after he 11-yard line. Let's see where they set it. Pleasant Plains. The Sakis have had their own 20-yard line. They'll have Skelton keep the line. A gain of 165 pounds at a sophomore. He's taking a lateral pass. He's taken down after. So a 3rd and 2 on the to either side. 3rd and 3. about a half yard deep in their own territory. If you pick it up here, you play here. It up, retreats, stretches forward, and he's got it for gain and a first down. Oh my goodness. But where they are putting this football is, it's a turnover on 157. Wow. I mean, I thought, but they spotted him like he went out of this one here. Oh.
Number 40 gets the handoff. Bartos.
I guess let's wait for the spot. Brings up a 2nd and 7 from the 19. McAllister takes the snap. Hands it, flies at the end. Let's see if it happened before the man scored the
touchdown. Will stay.
Do you take it on this? 9 the Saki lead. Is up. The kick is Plains back after this.
PC County and the other in Calhoun County. PC current listings at PCRE Real.
Helena Agra of Camp Point show you the best seed fertilizer in ag. Kip 7761 for Helena.
After the run by McKee, 45, and J.J. Petty could kick this over there, Justin. It's my personal. He gets the whistle from 20 goes Pleasant Plains, 111 to play. Just a bit. The 28-yard line. That's a pickup of
one.
For the down. 2nd and a long one short. 2 back to pass. Has some pressure. Inbounds all the way up to the 50-yard start as soon as they get the ball set. And
on the O-line.
And now final seconds of this half after this.
Services to suit your family's wishes to be made during this challenging time.
43 points. And the Cardinals
left to go.
I think 2 timeouts left here in this first half.